Hey everybody, I'm Derek Hough, and this is Life in Motion with Derek Hough. That's me. You know what? I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about this new adventure. I want to create something where it's all about sharing. It's all about connecting with one another and going on this journey with fitness, with nutrition, with just life, with dancing, with movement. Just anything and everything that I love to learn about. I want to learn more about you, and I'm going to let you know a lot more about me. So, let's go. So today, I want to let you guys know what's happening in my life right now. So I'm currently a judge on World of Dance on NBC, and I absolutely love it. I love being a part of this show. Being a fan of dance, I get to see some of the best dancing from all over the world. The first season was incredible. It was a huge success. Season 2 is happening right now, and I love it. I have to hold my tongue because I know what happens, but I can't let you know. You have to figure it out on your own. I feel like my life has been such an interesting journey. When I look back at where I started and when I started dancing and to where I am now, I can't really comprehend it. It's pretty wild, actually. From the beginning, for me, being a dancer, it really started in the living room with my family. I have 4 sisters, only boys, so you can imagine that they dressed me up like things I didn't want to be dressed up like. We would just be dancing in the living room. It was the way we connected with our family, with our loved ones. When it actually came to going to a dance class, I did not want to go. I kicked and screamed, I'm gonna get bullied, that's for girls, I don't want to dance. And then once I went in the studio, I saw girls in there and I was like, well, this is kind of cool, all right, I get to dance with girls, that's kind of, all right, let's try it out. But what's interesting actually, and what people might not know about me, is I actually started playing drums when I was 8 years old. And when I started to go to dance, the fact that I played drums, I knew about rhythm. I understood rhythm. So all of a sudden dancing, listening to the music, I was starting to pick up steps pretty fast because I understood counts and rhythm. And when you understand something, when you excel in something, you tend to like it. And I was starting to excel in dance, and I liked it even more and more and more. And started competing and traveling around the United States in these little competitions. And before you know it, I'm 12 years old and I have the opportunity to move to London, England, and train out there, which where the best coaches in the world, were, and all the best studios. When I started to connect all the dots of where my life went from this little boy in Utah to living in London to then being on this reality show in America called Dancing with the Stars, which who would have thought would have been such a huge success. I did 17 seasons of Dancing with the Stars, if you could believe that. It was fascinating to be able to learn and to meet all these amazing people from different walks of life. And I felt very blessed to be a part of that. Also too, for me, it was such an amazing experience because it taught me how to teach. It taught me how to coach. It taught me how to choreograph. When I first joined the show, they asked me, they said, hey, so you're a teacher, you're a choreographer? And I'm like, yeah. I lied completely. I didn't do any of those things. I pretty much just faked it until I made it. But I actually like to say fake it until you become it. Because that's kind of what happened to me, where suddenly I was kind of faking it, acting like I knew what I was doing. And then after a while, I was like, wait, I actually do know what I'm doing. And I started to build this confidence and started to figure out my identity as a choreographer and as a coach and as a teacher. And for me, that was one of the most valuable tools that I was able to get and to gain throughout those years on Dancing with the Stars. World of Dance got picked up for season 3 already, which is incredible, and we're gonna be shooting that at the end of this year, and it'll be airing in the spring of 2019. But some other really exciting news is that I'm gonna be actually going on tour in the spring of 2019, and it's a solo tour. So usually I've gone on tour with my sister. We've done 3 tours, which has been amazing and incredible. But this tour is gonna be myself. I'm gonna be doing about 70 shows. So it's gonna be full out. We're gonna have a live band on stage the whole time, so you can get that real live energy, that feeling, and of course, amazing dancing on stage. I just can't wait. I can't wait to come out into your city and to meet you. So for me, fitness is a huge part of my life, mainly because being a dancer, you need to be athletic. You need to have that endurance, that stamina to perform properly and to perform at your peak level. I think when people hear fitness, they immediately think of the gym or they think about weights. For me, it's walking, it's hiking, it's swimming, it's being active. I feel like these days we're very still in our bodies, but we're very busy in our minds. And I feel like we just need to flip that around, get busy in our bodies, move more, and it'll create more stillness in our minds. So right now, my fitness routine is pretty consistent. I do, yoga almost every morning. I'll lift weights, I'll box. Definitely need to stretch more. That's one thing I definitely need to do more of. People often tell me, they say, don't you get tired after you work out, and how do you have all that energy? And the truth is that I have the energy because I work out. I think that there's this sort of misconception that when you go to the gym that you're exhausted and that you don't want to do anything. And I have to challenge that. I like to challenge that for those of you who think that. I really believe that when you go to the gym, it might be difficult at first, and you might get tired, you might get winded, absolutely. And that's the point, is to push yourself. But I guarantee you, after that, you're gonna have an abundance of energy. And especially if you do it consistently, you're gonna build on top of that. You're gonna build your endurance, you're gonna build your performance, and you're gonna build the quality of your life because you're gonna have the energy to do the things that you want to do. So in addition to everything else, I'm actually building a house, and it seems like it's taken about 20 years. I went to my sister and I said, hey, I'm building this house. It should be finished in a few months, but meanwhile, can I just stay with you until it's finished? It should be ready in a few months. A few months. Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna take a couple of years. And it's funny because we've been talking about it, and I'll be, moving in soon. And we're actually kind of sad about it. It's been a really fun, couple of years being roommates and hanging out. But now it's become that, you, me, Dupree situation where now she's married and I'm just like this third wheel, hanging out. It's very, very weird. It's a very slow process. There's been a lot of issues with the geology, and this is over here, and this pipe needs to be over. I don't understand it at all, but all I know is it's taking forever. But it's gonna be worth it, and I cannot wait. I had to say, growing up, it's always been a dream of mine to build a home. But let me just say something real fast. Holy cow. When we're talking about the lighting, it's expensive. I was not prepared for that. Because I was like, I don't know if I can get those lights. What, season 3 got picked up? Yeah, go ahead, order those lights. One thing that's been really special the past couple of years, my dad and I going on these adventures, these father-son adventures. We always talked about them. One day we want to do this, one day we want to go on this trip. We just never got around to doing it. I was always too busy. I was traveling around the world. I was competing. I was on Dancing with the Stars. I was on tour. And then my grandfather passed away. And in that moment, it kind of just hit home for me. And I said, I need to spend more time with my family, and I need to make time. I need to create. It's not, I should do this, it's I must do this. I must. It's turning your shoulds into your musts. And I turned a should into a must with my dad, where all of a sudden, we must go on this adventure. And we would just have 3 days off, and we would go to the Grand Tetons, to Yellowstone, and to Glacier National Park in 3 days. So for me, building on my relationship with my father and going on these adventures with him, because we basically both think that we're Indiana Jones. He wanted to be an archaeologist and travel the world and dig up, artifacts. And I did too. And now we get to kind of do that together now, which is so special to me. And seeing my sisters and seeing in their lives and what they're doing with their lives, I'm so proud of them and I love them so much. My oldest sister, Shari, she lives in Utah. My other sister, Maribeth, lives in Nashville. My sister, Catherine, lives in South Carolina. Julianne lives in Los Angeles, where I live. And when we get together, it's like a beautiful hurricane. I say that because when they get together, they're just gorgeous and fantastic, but man, do they have a lot of energy. You think I have a lot of energy. These girls put me to shame. They're just buzzing around and knocking stuff over and they just get together. It's fantastic though. I love it. I would not change that for the world. And of course, all these amazing human beings that are being produced. There's so many. There's always a new one. Every time I go back, I'm like, wait, there's a new child here. What's happening? But it's amazing. I love being an uncle. I love it. I love to help out and to be there with them and to talk with them and just to play with them, and it's amazing. So for me, family is very, very important, and I really encourage people to spend more time with their family. So obviously, it's really important to have a healthy body and a healthy lifestyle, but it's also equally important to have a healthy mind. Because if you're in the right frame of mind, you're gonna wanna treat your body better. If you're in the right frame of mind, you're gonna want to do, good things, and you're gonna want to be more loving and more giving and more, more caring. I think it's really, really important. So when I get really busy, I can easily get overwhelmed if I'm thinking about everything all at once. So what I try to do is I try to compartmentalize, and I just focus on what I can work on at that moment and in that moment. And if I can't control that, then I don't worry about it. Or if it's far in the future, I just focus on what I'm doing right now and try to stay as present as possible, because I think that when we're thinking about the future too much, we can get overwhelmed. It gives us anxiety. For me, one of the fastest ways to stay present is to move my body, is to work out. Because what that does is it suddenly gets me in tune with my physical body, and it gets me out of my head and into my body. And that's when you're at your full power. That's when you are fully present, and when you can make the right choices, the right decisions, the right feelings, because you're in the moment. Motion equals emotion. The way you move directly affects the way you feel. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching and letting me download you on what's going on in my life right now. Feel free to ask any questions if you have them, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next week, so keep moving.